story you are about to see is a fib, but it's short. The names are made up, but the problems are real.
It was still Monday, 5:43 p.m., and air traffic over the greater Los Angeles area was at a standstill. My partner, Kate Monday, was incapacitated with a broken wheel. Her left knee had gone flat and was in a cast. Head of our computer division is Debbie Williams. My name is Frankly. I'm a mathematician.
Your jacket, George.
We'd been working on a strange case that involved a bunch of pranks that were being played on banks. I decided to rethink the problem so I get my head around it. When trying to solve a problem, it's always a good idea to get your head around it. That way it's surrounded on all sides. Except the top, where the hair is. I like to make notes when I'm trying to solve a problem. I think I mentioned that yesterday. But I spend a lot of time in my car where I can't do it. Lately, I've taken to recording my thoughts on a tape recorder. 6 banks have been pranked. No money stolen from them. Just a bunch of practical jokes that kind of made the customers mad. I don't blame them, boy. I can't find any meaningful patterns in the case. But how about the information from Bernie Woodward? He's the newsie who told me he'd been getting poems about each of the bank events. He guessed the prankster wanted publicity, but so far he hasn't printed anything. Kate is still working on her pattern theory. She noticed that the first bank had assets of about $10 million. The second was in the 20s, the third was in the 30s, and so forth. Each succeeding bank that was pranked had an increase in assets of about $10 million. So what? Debbie and I figured out that the banks were all losing business after they were trashed, and we thought maybe that was a motive. But then, a very bizarre happenstance happened. Kate called and told us her neighbor had a bomb. Sam and Steve and I rolled.
Open up in the name of mathematics.
It's open, George. Am I ever glad to see you guys?
Kate.
Feeling better, Kate?
A little. In fact, a lot. Now that you're here. You know Mr. Cuckoo, George?
Your neighbor, yes?
I saw him with 2 sticks of dynamite. He's building a bomb and he's going to blow something up.
How do you know he's going to blow something up?
Why else would he build a bomb? George, you've got to arrest him.
Slow down, Kate. Where is the dynamite?
In his apartment. He has 2 sticks.
That doesn't look like a bomb to me. It looks like a clock.
George, I know dynamite when I see it. Steve, you better call a bomb squad. Sam, evacuate the adjacent apartments.
Wait a minute. You can't do this sort of thing.
George, he has a bomb. It could go off. We all could be killed.
Are those the dynamite sticks, Kate?
Yes? No. I'm not sure.
Your neighbor is hanging counterweights in his clock, not dynamite.
It was dynamite. I know it was dynamite.
You've been under a lot of strain, Kate.
George, I will not have you patronizing me. Hello? Oh, hello, Debbie. I'm all right, I guess. Here he is.
Hi, Debbie. Really? Another poem? I'll check it out. See you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, what were the assets? She hung up. There was another bank prank this afternoon. Somebody broke the thermostat and the temperature went up to 115 degrees at the Alien Savings and Trust. It was like a sauna bath. Everybody left. I don't know what the assets were, but I'll call you as soon as I find out.
Thanks very much.
Bye, Kate.
See you later, Kate.
Get some rest, will you? After a good night's sleep, I hoped Tuesday would dawn nicely. It didn't. Mr. Beasley, my right-side neighbor, started to mow his lawn at 4 a.m. So I didn't get a good night's sleep, and the weather was overcast. Ah, the latest poetic masterpiece. Looks like all the rest. The Alien Savings and Trust is a building all covered with rust. Those fools who were in it lost dough in a minute, and all the depositors cussed. Wonderful. But it still doesn't help. Who is this person, and why is he doing this? 7 pranks, 7 poems. Mathnet, frankly. Hello? Oh, good morning, Kate.
Hi, George. I wondered if you checked on the assets at that last bank.
No, but I will. Let's see. Alien Savings and Trust assets. $73,854,119.
The pattern still works.
Uh-huh, sure does. But it still doesn't tell us anything. Did you get some sleep last night, Pard?
As a matter of fact, I didn't.
Well, maybe you can snooze this morning.
I'm fine. You'll be happy to know your airplane is fine, too. Thanks for the info.
Look at this, George.
What's that? What's this line mean?
This represents the number of accounts at the bank for the past 10 days.
Well, business looks good, and they seem to be adding new depositors every day.
That's right. But look what happened after Alien Savings was pranked.
Boy, a lot of people left, huh?
Yes, and they took their money with them. About $1.76 million.
Well, that's more than I've got.
Me too. But it's still about an 8% decrease in business. And that happened in the 2 hours before the bank closed.
Debbie, can you find out where the people who are taking money out of these banks are putting it? Maybe a competitive bank is trying to drive them out of business.
I'll see what I can do.
Mathnet, frankly. Oh, hello, Mr. Woodward. Yes, I got the latest poem. It's not much help, I'm afraid. I wish he would send them before he vandalizes the banks. Okay, I'll be in touch. Wait a minute. This is a poem about the first prank, and it was written on a withdrawal slip from the second bank. Just a gosh darn minute. Here's the second one, written on a slip from the third. Here's the third, written on a slip from the fourth. Now that's a pattern. Why didn't I notice that before? The last prank was written on a withdrawal slip from the Safe Enough Savings Bank. Safe Enough, you're next. Tomorrow, when you open, I'll be there.
100% of Mathnet is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. This program was made possible by grants from the National Science Foundation, the Carnegie Corporation of New York, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by public television viewers.
Corporate funding of Square One TV is provided by the Intel Corporation Foundation. Intel's technology is the brain power for computers in your life. Intel, the computer inside.